So here we are, Charlie, catching up. So when did we have our first proper little catch up of your journey? Because we done a video, didn't we?
It was just I think it was literally just on a year, or might have just
Yeah.
been before the year mark that I've been doing it.
Yeah, so we're a little bit further along now. So
Mhm.
yeah, I thought it'd be nice to have another catch up because again, we've just been absolutely smashing numbers. We've been on different offers now. The experience from maybe a lower volume like fitness offer to now like a very high level AI agency offer. So it's been such a journey, but it is such an inspiring one that I really enjoy sharing. So yeah, I just want to kind of dive straight in and take me back before any of this really started. So, what were you actually doing, and how much were you earning, and what did the kind of future look like when you were standing there?
God, the future. Well, I was looking at it big time. So before all of this, 18, 9 till 5. You know, the route that everyone thinks that they
Yeah.
want to go down. I want to make a career
Mm.
or up a career ladder. Yeah, no. I tried it out. Let's just say that I really did try it out, and it was not for me. I'd done it for about a year and a half, and
Yeah.
it was just an absolute no go for me. It's micromanagement. The money was just not
Mm.
it. I was on about just shy of 2 grand a month, and then yeah, commission could look good, but the commission was
Yeah.
just ridiculous. It didn't, suit me as much as I was young. I'm only 21 now. I joined
Yeah.
when I was 20, 19. I don't even remember it. It feels ages ago now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the vision for seeing this,
Mm.
it just wasn't. I'd never thought it'd be possible, and then yeah, here we are, 3 months later. Out of that, I quit.
Because you're in marketing, weren't you? You weren't
I
in
was, yeah, I
traditional
was in
sales.
marketing. Yeah, so I really looked down that route because I was like, I'm a creative girl, always
Mhm.
was. So I was like, yeah, let's get a 9 till 5 in marketing, and then I even looked down the digital marketing route,
Mm.
and for me, it just still wasn't. It wasn't what I was looking for, and at the point, I didn't really know what I was looking for. All I wanted was time, freedom, and uncapped money, because money is always the
Yeah.
motivator for me personally, and I had no idea what that was at the time.
Yeah, so I mean, you didn't have like a plan formally
Mm.
structured. I want money. This
No.
is the way I'm going to get it. So, where did high ticket closing come into that?
Oh, it just came from Instagram. Seriously, I had no idea on anything.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy and as
Mm.
cliche as it literally sounds, because everyone asks me, "Oh, how did you get into it? How did you get into it?" And it's like I literally found someone on Instagram while I was actively looking at other things.
Mm.
I literally saw sales. And I got told in my 9 to 5 before that I wasn't really good for sales because, they're hive in different departments. And I was looking at it. Like, oh, yeah, I mean, I could be a salesperson. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because I get told to shut up a lot because I talk a lot. You'll get to know. But I saw it and then I looked into it and you just see 10K, freedom, travel. And I was like,
Mm.
that is everything that I have been looking for.
You know
And
what's
then,
really funny is when I had my first ever job, anyone from Norfolk knows Aviva or Norwich Union because everyone gets a job there at some point. And the first job I ever had, I applied for a sales role when I was 17,
mm,
and they literally told me that I'm not destined for sales. So I had to get a
crazy,
customer
isn't it?
service role, like being the one who has to sort people's car accidents out after they claim their insurance, basically just getting shouted at by strangers all day.
Yeah,
But yeah,
no idea,
funny
is it?
enough, from not destined to sales to all my life is now sales.
Literally.
Yeah. Like, but
Literally
what
just
what
being quiet.
what was there a moment for you, do you think, where it was you're looking at the job and thought, this can't be all there is? Was there a moment, or is it more of a slow realization?
It was, do you know what? Straight from the get go, I'd never really wanted, the 9 till 5 in the first place. But
Mm.
where, life kind of goes on, all of your friends are kind of doing stuff. I was like, well, maybe this
Mm.
might be the route for me. And there was many times within the job that I was like, this just isn't right. It's the way that I got treated. And you don't hear it a lot in this world. It's like, yeah, I make decent money, but I got treated
Mm.
so badly in my
Yeah.
job. I was the youngest they've ever hired. And to be honest with you, if I look back, I think it's because I had so much and it was scary and I didn't
Mm.
know what to do with it. And I was got treated badly. I kept getting knocked down every opportunity that I would go for. I'd get knocked back down. You can't do
Yeah.
it. It's not going to happen. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to get anywhere. So why am I going to
Yeah.
stay?
Yeah, and that's sometimes the trouble when you're in these roles and you're not trusted, you're babysat, and
Hmm.
anytime you try and do something extra, sometimes, especially when you deal with bad managers, they don't like people working hard and looking good because then it makes them look even worse.
Exactly, and
So
this is
yeah, it
exactly what
really
that company was about.
kills your own kind of confidence. But you said you were looking at different things then. So what was it about closing that kind of stuck out over the other things?
Do you know, it was just like the complete freedom of it, like the time, as I said, like where I was looking into the like the marketing side of things and
Mm.
building a complete agency on that side, just the time that still went into it. As much as I wouldn't be commuting every day, and I could work from anywhere, it was just the time aspects that I still had to
Yeah,
commit. And for me, as we all know, probably a lot have heard, I'm so big on just work life balance.
yeah.
I'm not one of them that likes working 9, 10 hours a day. I'm not. I'm
Mhm.
not. And do you know what? That might be the reality for some, but it's not the reality for me. And that's why I loved it so much when I first saw it, is that you literally work when you want.
Yeah.
You can do calls when you want. You are literally put back in control of your life. And I was like, now that is all about me. And honestly, from that point,
Yeah.
it was like, this is something I need to really start looking into.
Yeah. And how long was it between hearing about high ticket closing and actually starting, was
I think what, between 2 weeks and a month.
it?
Yeah.
So,
I
I
was
mean,
any chance slipping away from me there. There was no way. There
yeah.
was no way.
And what do you think made you move kind of so fast?
Well, you have to be an action taker.
Mm.
Some people have this idea and then you sit on it. And thankfully, I was raised different to that. That when an opportunity is put in front of you, first of all, you're meant to be there for a reason. This came along for a reason. And
Mm.
second of all, nothing is just going to get handed to you on a plate. If you've got this opportunity, run with it. Go for it. Because the worst that's going to happen is, the unknown, or you can stay in the position that you're in and go, oh, I wonder what would have happened if I did do that. I cannot stand that. I've never once turned around and gone, wish I did that, wish I didn't do that, because every opportunity that is there, you really need to just take it. I wasn't wasting any time.
Yeah, and it's funny, most people we speak to, how long have you been looking into high ticket closing is a very common question we'll ask, and
Yeah.
it usually ranges between 2 months on the best end, and sometimes even up to 2 years. I caught up with someone who actually meant to be joining in a few weeks when they just cleared some time out,
Mm.
but they followed me back on Instagram, and then I saw that they actually messaged me a year and a half ago. So that's like,
Exactly.
dude,
I just
what
can't.
happened? Like, do you know where you'd be if you would have just stuck at it a
Exactly.
year and a half in? So
Exactly. Look at me a year and a half later. I can't even look back. Can't
yeah,
even think about what would have happened if I didn't. It's too far gone, way too
and
far in.
yeah. And when you did get started, though, was there any moments that was there like serious doubt? Like, were you scared? Like,
Come
what
on,
was kind
Connor,
of
you
going
know
on?
this. I was
Well,
absolutely crapping my pants. When you do a big move like this, I feel like you do have that little bit of, you could call it regret. You have that buyer's regret where you're like, oh my God, what have I done? Like, what have I done? And it's so real, and it's such a real feeling. And I had that for a long time. That I was trying to balance gym, home, personal life, trying to train for this, trying to carry job, like everything. And I was like, how the hell am I going to do it? She made it
and
work.
investing in yourself for the first time is a
Mm,
very strange concept.
it
Spending
is scary,
more
especially
than you earn, more than you earn in a month's salary, more than that on what yourself to learn skills to
yeah.
potentially make more money. It's just such a strange concept.
And now I do
But
it
if
all the time.
yeah, and now when you get used to it, you realize that it's any business. I mean, when you're an entrepreneur, you are your own business. So when you invest in yourself and your skills,
Yeah.
then you can see the returns if you put it through. And I think that's the missing ingredient a lot of people
Mhm.
miss. I think even some people can realize that if they invest in themselves, they can obviously get to a position, make more money, but the catalyst is them. You can't just pay for a course and expect to be in a magical position. You have to put the work in alongside it as well. So yeah, doubts are going to creep in, and I don't think anyone has, even people who come from heavy sales background, doesn't at one point think, I don't know if I can do this. So
I had many of them,
yeah,
but it's all part of the journey, isn't it? So
but I've always found that the doubt you experience in yourself is a massive thing But even bigger to that, sometimes the doubt you get around you. Did
It's real.
anyone around you think that you were like mad? Friends, family, people at work? I mean, what were you kind of saying to them?
Oh my God, like when I said that, was are you sure you trust it? Like, do you know what you're actually getting yourself into? And I'm like, not really. Like at this point, I was like, no, all I know is that I'm invested in myself and I want to do this thing. And I did it. Like everyone doubted me, even people now that speak to me about it. Oh, I'm so glad it worked out for you. Yeah, it did. It did work out for me. So thank you.
Yeah. Well,
Quick to my last job.
yeah. Well, it's always funny how the people who don't ever have the things you want are always the ones quick to give you the advice that you don't want to hear. So,
Uh-huh.
but 3 months in, you quit your job, you replace income, you kind of quit your job. So kind of walk me through that process about 3 months in then. When
Yeah,
did you
so
know it was time to quit and what did that conversation look like?
let's just say it was about a month in from learning, and I went through all the sales training, the basic stuff that I had to go to
Hmm.
really go, okay, right, this is what sales is all about. Then I went through that. As I said, it took me around a month, and then that's when I was starting to look at roles. Okay, what can I get into? Because I knew that I wanted to get out my job
Hmm.
as soon as possible. I gave myself a 3 month time scale, and at the point I didn't think it was going to be believable, because at the point I didn't really see anyone else do it, because I came into this when it was all quite fresh. So I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. And then the job was looking even worse, getting treated even worse. And I was like, we need to absolutely do this.
Yeah.
Then I had an opportunity come up for me. And I was like, I need to take this. I need to start earning money. So I balanced it for the first month alongside my nine
Yeah.
till five. And it was great. Yeah, obviously I was very restricted for my time, but I saw the bigger picture. I saw what that literally 4 week sacrifice did for me. A month later, I was able to quit my job. So I replaced my income, not even by a lot. I literally just replaced it. And then I was like, okay, this is the first step to really making something. And, one thing that I've lived by this whole journey is that if you put yourselves in positions to only make it work, it will, because you don't have another choice. And that's what I did for myself. And that is what worked for me. And yeah, after I was absolutely bawling, I was on like 3, 4 offers at one point. I was,
Yeah.
I was being selfish. I was being so selfish, but
What were you earning when you quit your job? Like what was the take home from closing and setting? So right, I need to quit my job now. What were you actually earning? And then what did it look like a month after that, after you went all in?
yeah, so obviously with my salary, which was just under two, I was making, I think the first month I made 1.8, and I was like, okay, that's literally my monthly salary. And then month two, I brought in, I think it was like just over three, like 3.2,
Hmm.
3.3. And I was like, right, see you later. I was like, absolutely, see you the hell later. I'm not looking back. And I didn't. From that moment on, I quit, I left, and I didn't look back once. And then literally just kept going up, up, more offer, more money, more money. And then, yeah, I hit that near 10K. What was it, like 7, 8 months after, I think?
I think it was about month six. Well, it was like
Just before I went to
9.8K.
Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, just before I went to Thailand. So
I thought it was or was it I thought you got to Thailand about month four and then when you come back.
yeah, see, this is what I mean. Life's a blur. It was around
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time.
that's what I mean.
Life's been too good since. I can't even
Uh,
remember. Can't even remember. Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, moving to Thailand because I know that was like the big goal
Mhm.
before we even joined. So yeah, like around month 4, 5. How did that kind of happen? Was it always the plan from kind of day one, as soon as possible, or was it just kind of spur of the moment?
It was the plan since I left school, to be honest with you. So, that everyone classic when they leave school, they're like, "Oh, I want to go traveling, I want to take a gap year," because I knew I was never doing uni, so that wasn't going to happen. So I literally left school and I was like, I'm going to go traveling. Never happened. Unfortunately, I was the COVID year, so that definitely had a knock-on
Oh,
effect
yeah.
on it. But then obviously after that, everything opened up again. I was like, right, we're going to go traveling again. And pretty much just looked at my bank and went, it's not going to happen. Like, there's no way that this is going to happen. I'm going to have to get a job. So then all my friends went to uni. And then I was like, I'm going to have to get a job. And then, when you're in a 9 to 5, there's no way you're going out traveling for months. So then it was put off for about, 2, 3 years. And always in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm going to go traveling. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I make one decision I invest in myself once. And as you said, it was like 3-4 months later, I was there. And that feeling was just like, it's incredible. Like it was absolutely the most, like, you can see my, like, it was just the best experience of my life. And Jesus Christ, was I so grateful. Like,
Yeah. And what was it actually like working out there as well? Like closing, doing like what you were doing, as well as obviously traveling around.
yeah, so my whole plan was to do it the whole time. I earned too much money that I went, I'm not doing this anymore. But the first 2 weeks of it was so good. I was perched up, I was still traveling around, and I literally just kept setting up my laptop in these cute little cafes, sometimes in the Airbnbs, and literally just taking these calls. And everyone would be like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just in, like Koh Tao. I'm just in Koh Phangan. I'm just in Singapore." And people are like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, yeah, and that was the vision, wasn't it? Literally, when I spoke to you the first time, my vision was, I want to be in a pool with my floating breakfast, with my laptop, and I want to be taking calls. And I did exactly that.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, I think when you first got started, that's what I said. The power of doing a video call from like these places abroad.
It
People
was
absolutely love it. But when you're in normal sales, it's all about being overly professional, being too formal. And it's like, no, this is connecting to real people. I
exactly.
remember being in a resort, a 5-star resort, getting a rum and coke poured halfway through a call, and this waiter coming up and she's like, "Where are you?" I was like, "Ah, this is the resort pool."
Yeah, I'm just
I
here,
absolutely love it.
every month I'm just somewhere.
And getting paid, yeah, as well. Like that's what I get paid to do.
I know,
But
it's mad. You just paid for my flights. Thank you.
do people believe you when you kind of tell them the things you do now, or do they like genuinely a bit like,
Do you know what? A lot more than they used to. Because when
yeah,
I first started sending it, they're like, "No, I don't believe you." I'm like, "Do you want to see my bank statements? Like, do you generally want to see it?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure you can see the lifestyle that I now, I've given myself with traveling, being able to do anything I do. That's very, very obvious. I love to share my journey. It's one thing I'm so grateful for. And, I really do have an impact on the room around me. But there are still those people that doubt you, going like, "Do you?
yeah,
You really?" And do you know, one thing I have learned though is not to take it personally, because I
yeah.
used to take it personally a lot and be like, can you not see me doing that? Do you not believe that I can actually do this? And it's actually
Mm.
possible. But now I've grown to realize that it's just out within themselves.
Yeah, and I
It's not.
think sometimes you have to go through that because when you have worked so hard to get there, and then people doubt you on top, or they try and cheapen it. I think is more
Yeah,
what they try and do. You get that, oh, it's lucky for you, like it's all right for you, and then
yeah.
you
Mine's
realize, yeah, it is.
like
It's
nothing
a
but
reflection of them 100%. But
luck.
sometimes you have to go through that. You will get pissed off because you've tried so hard to get there. And then you think you're going to arrive and everyone's going to bow down and be like, "Oh, you're the greatest. I can't believe you've done it." But it goes the opposite.
It
And they just
does.
look for any weakness, any hole. Because, when you work hard in life, the majority of the time it holds a mirror up to other people. And
100%.
they judge themselves based on your success. And when they're so far away, it makes them feel bad. So the only thing they can think to do is drag you down, because
Yeah.
then that reduces the distance. So it is such an untold truth about entrepreneurship, success. It's a lonely path.
Especially
It,
at this age. Like,
yeah.
especially at this age, like I've said before, like I have lost a few friends,
Mm,
and and they, I'm not gonna lie, they were the people that doubted me. Like, I had one of my friends turn around and was like, "Oh, I don't even follow your page. Like, I can't stand what you post." And I'm like, "Okay." And then you've got the other half of my friends who have joined me.
yeah. Yeah.
It's so like the other ends of the bleeding stick. It's crazy. Like, it's hurts, but once again,
But
sort of
yeah.
just,
But
it's not
then
for me. I've done it for me, not you.
yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll even reach a point with gratitude of, well, I'm glad they've revealed who they really are, and I don't have
Trust
to
me, I've
waste
even
any
got
more
it tatted
time.
on me. Gratitude on my back. Don't even worry about that. It's too real.
But you've, hitting that 10K month was also, I think, the quitting your job, Thailand was obviously the dream position, but then going on to go above that. I mean, what was that kind of like? I mean, did that sink in when you hit like that month, about 6 months in?
No, because I just
No, I
literally
didn't, did it?
used my money. I literally spent. I remember
Oh.
that month. I just spent.
Mm,
And do you know what? It was bloody brilliant. But
mm.
because like now it's quite common. You know, like the months are
Yeah.
just that they're always high. They're always good
Mm.
numbers that I can just turn around and go, okay, I feel like this is my reality now. Like it's just hit me that I'm like, okay, this is really what we're doing. This
Yeah.
is really what we can pull in. Like this is the money that I'm earning. I'm still in
Yeah.
disbelief. Like I am still like now I'm like, this is crazy, but I'm becoming more,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my norm. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy to say. Like this is my normal now.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like I said, a year
Yeah.
ago, where you've come from now,
Mm.
hitting 10 to 15K a month, but being in marketing, not barely making 2K a month, getting told that you can't do this, that, to where we've come from now. Yeah, I mean, it is such a gradual transformation that sometimes you don't appreciate it,
No.
how far you've come, because yesterday you weren't that different than today. 2 days
Mm.
ago you weren't that different from yesterday. So when you kind of scale it back, people think you're going to hit these moments, it's going to be like, oh my god. But yeah, it is a bit of a gradual transition. But
It is.
what kind of changed between the early months and now then? So what do you feel the biggest differences between 10 to 15K, 2 to 5, well, 2 to 3 at the beginning?
I don't know how to answer that, not selfishly, but do you know what? The biggest difference it has had on me is obviously a big part of my journey was very personal, and it was to do with supporting family and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I've got to a point now where I'm regularly sending my dad money because obviously
Yeah.
not the most ideal circumstances, but once again, it's all part of the journey. And to be able to just give like I can, like he's now, thankfully, he's not working. He's chill,
Mm.
he's good, and that's because of me. I still couldn't do that on the 2 to 3K a month. I couldn't have done that. And now it's yeah, I've spent a lot of money. I've spent a lot of money on stuff, but like thinking about it in the more personal reasons, it's just the amount of support that I've been able to give is just it's a feeling like no other. Kind of
Yeah.
like it's so special, and
Yeah.
I feel like you can only feel that when you've done it because I've dreamt of it. Like, oh, I want to take my dad away here. I want to be able to do this, and
Mm.
we're now there. We're now there.
Yeah. But it is an inspiring journey. But yeah, that's what it has been, because I know it has inspired a lot of people around you, and like people have messaged you, people have started to do more, and even people started to get into this. So how has that been, knowing that your friends have now, I mean, like a few of them have obviously joined us because they've seen your journey. So what's that been like, to actually feel like you actually inspired other people?
I feel like the smile on my face literally says it all. Like, just to know that, because I don't really I don't really scream from the rooftops what I do. I mean, it comes into most conversations, I will say, because it's just natural. But it's just like they can see the drive more behind me and
Yeah.
the person that I've become, and they're like, this is really what doing something like this does for you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. And they're like, do you know what? Of course, obviously, like my friends have been with me like very long time. I've got very good long time friends.
Mm.
They've seen me from the beginning. They've seen me to now, and they're like, Charlie, like the change in you is crazy. And I'm like, I know. And they're like, I want this for myself too.
Yeah.
And just to have that effect is so, so special, because like these are just for the people that I know. Imagine what I could do for the people that I don't know, or in a worse situation, or are more nervous than my friends are starting to do this. And
Yeah.
that's, I want to get my voice out because I'm such a passionate speaker. With it comes down to sales calls, speaking to you, speaking to anyone. I'm so passionate in anything I talk about that people can really see and really believe that, and it makes them think, and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, like I could do this in any way. And oh yeah, what is it? I've got like 3 close friends now on this,
Yeah.
and they are absolutely bloody smashing it, aren't they? They are smashing it.
I think one of them has my record. We have a process where we get positioning done in the first 1 to 2 weeks, but from the first call, where literally the sales call of potentially joining the program, to jumping on that review call with me to see if that's been done properly, was 48 hours. Whereas most people take 2 weeks to get it done. So yeah, like
Oh, I'm
absolutely
so proud.
smashing it. But
Yeah.
when people do ask you about it, what do they usually kind of ask you? What do they say? And what are they most surprised by as well?
They're most surprised about the amount that I like don't work. That sounds crazy, but they're like, oh, like how many hours do you work down? I'm like, oh, like 4 or 5. They're like, what? And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. They're like, well, why? And I'm like, well, you can do more. That's absolutely fine. But they're like, there's no way you make that much money with that much time. Yeah, you do.
That's what happens when you get paid on your value and not your time, though.
Exactly.
It's a hard concept when you're working in a 9 to 5 or some day job where you're getting paid on every single hour you put in. It doesn't matter what you produce, you get paid on what you put in. But
Yeah,
here it's
like,
the complete opposite.
yeah,
So you could spend
£12
20 hours a
compared to
day.
1,000 is just
Yeah.
like, come on.
But you could spend 20 hours a day doing this, and if you only
Yeah.
generated a business 20K in a month, you're only going to get 2K from that. If you
Yeah.
spend 3 hours and you produce 100K, you're going to get 10K from that. It's purely down to what you do. But
Exactly.
it is, again, it is down to that. But obviously, coming into this, you're not exactly coming in a position that a lot of people would think you would have this much success. 20 years old, only earning 2K a month, no sales experience. So if someone who is in that position said, I don't think I could do this, what would you say to them?
Believe in yourself. Like, seriously, just believe in yourself and put more trust in yourself. Because I didn't. I was always, as I said, like the one that was like, oh, like, don't know if you can do that, or puts it off or whatever. The first time I trusted myself and I believed something was truly, truly going to work, it happened for me.
Yeah.
And
Trusting yourself, having the
trusting
right path
yourself.
to follow, all it comes down to, right?
Yeah, and it's just like, you have that little thing in your brain that, tells you the bad stuff and it's negative that's in your ear. And that's fine, but ignore it. Ignore it, or use it, as I said, use that as fuel. Because that's that little thing in your mind, doubt. But doubt is from a place going, this might actually work.
Yeah.
100%.
And think of the things you've done in your life where you've had no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
What lies on the other side?
Exactly.
Usually nothing special.
Mm-hmm. Nothing.
But what about the people who get a lot of them, they've been thinking about doing it for months, but they keep putting it off. I mean, you started in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you come from no sales experience to consistent 10K within 6 or 7 months. So what do you think the big difference is between what you did and what people keep doing when they delay it?
Action taken. Like, you can't expect, as I said, like an opportunity to be there and then, put it off and, as I said, like not have that trust in yourself and still expect the same outcome. Because it's not going to happen. The people that take the action are going to get so much further, because the position that you could have been in, someone else is just going to do that for you. And, the world is changing so much. Look at the amount of people that we've got now, and the amount of people that we've helped is crazy compared to the year and a half ago when I first joined. They're just going to take your place. People are getting smarter. And if you keep sitting on that fence going, do I do it or do I not? You're just delaying your whole process.
Yeah.
And someone else is going to take your space and they're going to make that money. They're going to build those businesses and they're going to do exactly what you wish that you did.
Exactly. And what would you say to someone who's looking at potentially starting with Close Pro?
Absolutely do it. Like, seriously, you guys are just, I say it all the time, that the community and literally just my best friends. And, once again, I say it so much, but I would not be here without you guys. Like, everyone that I've come through with, you need that. You do need that. You need the people to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
You need people to even, rely on the mindset side of things, because it can get difficult. And there are so many of us that, I have so many people texting me, or even I text them still going, I need a little bit of guidance, or I need a bit of a pick me up. You've got people who are so like-minded towards you here that you have a shoulder to cry on for every little different thing you need help with. Yeah. And without that, oh God, I don't think I would be here. I really, really, really don't. I know I needed that shoulder to cry on when I first started. I was shit when I was so bad that I needed all the help I could get.
But we stick to the process. We done the training. We put the work in, more importantly. Like I said, it's the speed of action. And it's not even just getting started. Like, that speed of action needs to maintain the whole way through. It's like when you do the little decisions that most people take a week to decide, and you just get them done in an hour, which most of them should do. Like 4 conversations I've had in the last month about someone's business name as a closer. It's like, no one ever is going to see that business name. It doesn't matter. Why are you taking days to decide this? This needs to be a minute thing, and then you're through. But that is why we're in the position we're in. So again, look, thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing the story. It's always an inspiring one to share. And let's see what happens next. 30K months, here we go.
Honestly, see you in 6 months, because I'm telling you, big things are happening. Big things are happening.
we can't wait to see how that unfolds.
Yeah.